Evening, and thanks for joining us for News Channel 9 at 11. Okay, when a tree on your property falls into your home, it's pretty clear you're stuck with the bill.
But when a tree or a big branch crosses the property line and causes damage, who pays for that is a gray area. News Channel 9's Alyssa SpiratoWhen spent the day finding out the information homeowners need to know right now. Alyssa.
Kim Calvin, Tennessee law spells out exactly who pays for what in certain situations. In many instances, it's best to get to work before a tree comes crashing down.
I watched it fall all the way down. I heard a crack, and I did. I sat there and watched it come all the way down onto the fence.
Although this tree came down in Kevin Stretch's yard, he says he's fortunate things weren't worse.
There could be 5 trees laying on top of the house. I mean, it was strong enough to do that, and there was stuff flying around all over the place out here yesterday.
In this case, one tree fell from Stretch's neighbor's property onto Stretch's new fence and into his yard. Luckily, he's pretty familiar with the situation. He owns a roofing company, but not everyone knows what to do at a situation like this and who legally has to fork over the cash to get it all cleaned up. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance says most times if something falls into your yard because of a so-called act of God like weather, your insurance company will pay to get it cleaned up and repair the damage. If you don't have insurance, you're still stuck with the bill. But there are things you can do before a storm strikes. If you see a dangerous tree or branch in your neighbor's yard that you think could damage your property in the future, the Department of Commerce and Insurance says you should inform that neighbor and their insurance company in a certified letter. If they do nothing and the tree falls, you can take the case to court.
I can have one of my roofing crews come out and cut it up, and then we'll burn it next year for firewood. So I'm not that concerned about it, but it is bad when it happens.
But not bad for business. Stretch says this storm will have his roofing company busy for weeks.
Now I did speak to a tree cutting company this afternoon who told me that in order for them to fully remove a tree, depending on its size, it'll cost you anywhere from $500 to $3,000. Calvin, back to you.
Thanks, Alyssa. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance also says in a normal homeowner's insurance policy, damage and removal is usually covered. But it's important to check with your own insurance company just to make sure. We have the